Track and field leaps into 2023.
And swimming dives into the season.
All this and more coming up right here on the Penguin Rundown. Welcome into the Penguin Rundown, everyone. I'm Bryce Noel, and alongside me here is Mr. John Ostapowicz. John, first time back in the studio over the long winter break. You know, we lost a few crew members over this past semester due to graduation, but a clean slate to start the season off.
Yeah, you're right. A clean slate indeed. And, you know, there's been a lot of action over the break. Men's basketball, women's basketball, swimming as well, getting it done. But when you really look at the schedule ahead, there is a lot of teams that are going to start their season. Bowling is going to start ramping up as well in here in 3 days, and softball as well. And men's baseball really looks to get things going as well.
Absolutely. And everyone's been red hot, even though it's been ice cold out in Youngstown, Ohio. But one team I like to mention here is the women's basketball team, as the Youngstown State women's basketball team has been off to a hot start since the new year started. 2 weeks ago on January 5th, the women headed to Detroit, Michigan to take on the Titans. In the game, the big story was the Gwins making 9 3-pointers in just the first half. Sixth-year Megan Callahan proved to be huge for the Gwins as she made 4 out of 4 threes. Callahan had help along the way as 4 different ladies scored in double figures. Callahan finished with 15 points, and senior Emily Saunders had a career-high 18 points. The Gwins took care of business against the Titans, winning the game by 32 points, 77-45. On January 7th against Oakland, it was a close game, but the Gwins escaped the Athletic Center Arena with a win 68-67. The game went into overtime. The Gwins led by 13 midway through the third quarter, but Oakland would not go away as they outscored the Gwins 17-9. Senior Lily Ritz was huge as the Gwins survived as she had her 8th double-double of the season with 18 points and 17 rebounds. Callahan was big for the team from the free throw line as she made 2 free throws with 16.2 seconds left in regulation to tie the score at 61 apiece. She also made a free throw at 7.6 seconds, which was ultimately the game winner. This past Thursday, the Gwins took on Robert Morris at the Beagley Center. Ritz finished with 19 points and 14 rebounds. Paige Shy added 15 points, and Callahan poured in 14 points. The defense was the story in this game as YSU held RMU to 28% shooting from the field. This past Monday, the Gwins fell to IUPUI 64-61 despite the double-double by Ritz. The Gwins could not finish their stroke from downtown as they just ended the game shooting just 8 for 20. Destiny Perkins was a standout for IUPUI as she scored 18 points. The largest lead for the Penguins of the game was only 4 points as the women shot 39% from the field. Up next, the ladies will travel to Green Bay, Wisconsin to take on the Green Bay Phoenix. The game will tip off at 8 p.m. Good luck to our women's basketball team.
The men's basketball team stayed hot over the winter break. With more on the team's success, I recapped what happened over the past few weeks.
The men's basketball team went to work defeating Cleveland State University on December 29th, 85-71. The Penguins' offense was led by a historic performance from senior Brandon Rush, recording 21 points and reaching his 1,000th career point. The win marks the first time that the Penguins have defeated Cleveland State since 2020 and solidifies the 45th all-time win against the Vikings. With the momentum on the Penguins' side, the men looked poised to secure another home victory, but fell short against Purdue-Fort Wayne on December 31st, 76-71. With the loss, Calhoun commented on how the Macedons have turned their program around and have built a winning culture since coming into the Horizon League on July 1st, 2020.
I knew all along this year when we played them, it was going to be a tough game. I mean, that's the reality of it. There's 4th and 5th year guys playing together.
With the new year in full swing, the Penguins got back-to-back wins against Robert Morris on January 5th, 78-59, and IUPUI January 7th, 105-74. With the offense back on track, freshman John Lovelace Jr. paved the way for the Penguins with 16 points and a career-high 4 three-pointers. Cohill also etched a memorable milestone by recording his 1,000th career point in his college career.
Yeah, I knew. I wasn't really, trying to come out here and I wasn't gunning to score it or anything like that. But it's good. I'm proud of myself to score 1,000, but it doesn't really matter. I had 10 assists today.
For the first time since December 21st, the Penguins hit the road facing off against Detroit Mercy, defeating the Titans 84-79. 4 players scored in double figures, paving the way for a late lead takeover to hold off the Penguins' conference opponent. The Penguins played their second consecutive road game against Oakland University on January 14th, 85-69. The high-powered offense was led by Rush with a season-high 30 points. Graduate student Malik Green also added to the scoring margin by pouring in 20 points. The Penguins improved to 14-5 overall and 6-2 in the Horizon League. Youngstown State is back in action tomorrow night, traveling to Green Bay to take on the Phoenix. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m., and you can watch the game on ESPN Plus or listen to 570 WKBN.
The YSU softball team's spring schedule was announced last week. The Penguins will play a total of 21 games on the road to start the 2023 campaign. Included in these 21 games are 4 tournaments. The first game of the season will be at the North Carolina A&T tournament, with the first pitch scheduled for Friday, February 10th at 11 a.m. The following 3 tournaments will be hosted by UMBC, Lipscomb University, and Murray State in order. The first home game for YSU will also be the first Horizon League game of the semester, playing Purdue-Fort Wayne on March 17th. The Penguins have a Big Ten Conference opponent on the schedule with a game against the Ohio State Buckeyes on April 18th. The Horizon League playoffs will begin May 10th. For updates on the softball team, you can follow along at ysusports.com.
This past Saturday at the Oakland Aquatic Center, the Youngstown State men and women's swimming and diving programs were defeated by Oakland and IUPUI. For the men's team, junior Gavin Webb and sophomore Aleska Radenovic both earned event victories. Webb finished first in the 1650 event, winning the competition by over 30 seconds with a time of 15:34. Radenovic earned victories in both the 100 fly with a time of 47:98 and 1:49:28 in the 200 fly. Freshman Zachary Lau was YSU's top finisher in both the men's 1-meter and 3-meter dives. For the women's team, freshman Miriam Fraz led the women's program with 2 runner-up finishes in the 500 with a time of 5:08:14 and the 1,000 free with a time of 10:28:15. Diver Kayla Rasman finished an impressive second in the 3-meter dive with a score of 2:35:70. This weekend on Saturday, January 21st, the Penguins are back in action when the diving programs host Clarion in the Beagley Natatorium.
This past Saturday, the track and field teams took the road to open 2023 as they competed in the Penn State Nittany Lion Challenge. On the men's side, junior Ty Hunt took the first Penguin victory of the day in the long jump as he would mark a 7.27-meter effort. In the final men's race of the day, it will be junior Hunter Christopher who would win the 3,000-meter race, beating an 8-year-old record with a time of 8 minutes and 0.81 seconds. For the women, it will be senior Janiyah Bowers who would take the victories in the 60-meter and 200-meter races with times of 7.45 seconds and 24.06 seconds respectively. It would also be junior Madison Murray who would take the crown for the Penguins in the 60-meter hurdles with a time of 8.67 seconds. Up next for YSU, they will be back at home this Friday as they will host the YSU Collegiate Invitational presented by Southwood Health at the Watson and Tressel training site. First event is scheduled for noon. For complete coverage of this meet, you can go to ysusports.com. And for more, we'll send it over to Noah Ricks now for this week's Penguin Play of the Week. Noah?
Thanks, guys. To start off this spring semester, our play of the week belongs to Malia Magestro. The nearby Hermitage, Pennsylvania native got a good 3-pointer back on December 16th against St. Francis, Pennsylvania, with some good ball movement here by the Penguins. You can just see they drive down Pass here to Lily Ritz. Now back out here. Fires from the left wing. Connects. And you can just see this replay. The good pass here. The assist from Lily Ritz to just get that dagger. A good 3 of 5 in that game for Malia Magistro. And congratulations for her play of the week. Guys, back over to you.
Thank you, Noah, and that is all the time we have today on the Penguin Rundown. Don't forget to check us out on social media at Penguin Rundown 1. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter. I've been John Ostapowitz.
And I'm Bryce Noel. And as always, stay safe,
safe,
Penguin
Penguins.
Nation.